Protesters have taken to the streets of the German city of Essen in condemnation of Saudi Arabia's execution of a top Shia cleric. The demonstrators held placards with anti-Saudi slogans. They also criticized the German government for remaining silent over the issue. A similar rally was held in the city of Frankfurt. Sheikh Nimr was executed by the Saudi regime last week over terrorism charges. His execution sparked huge protests around the world.
Only weeks ago, Australians were standing in solidarity with Sheikh Baaqir al-Nimr as he was held behind bars in Saudi Arabia. Today, they have come out mourning his loss and chanting against what they called Saudi Arabia's vile decision to execute Sheikh Nimr, who was an outspoken critic of Riyadh.
Our message is to obviously try and push the Australian government to stop aid to Saudi Arabia, military aid, and to help people seek freedom, because that's what we stand for in Australia. We stand for justice, we stand for fairness, and I think our relations with other countries should inflict that.
The reaction of Western countries has been nothing short of embarrassing, for one, disgraceful for two, criminal, thirdly, because to not voice absolute disgust at what has occurred to Sheikh Nimr and all the other people that have been beheaded and murdered in Saudi Arabia is a crime in itself.
The sufferings of the Bahraini people were also highlighted at the protest. Saudi Arabia has helped Manama in its crackdown on dissent. Speakers at the protest reminded those present of the crimes committed by the Saudi military against the Bahrainis.
We want to represent the Bahraini opposition activists and make their voices heard. They are demanding their rights in Bahrain, but are being subjected to torture and suppression by the Saudi regime.
Outraged by Saudi Arabia's unjust execution of Shia cleric Sheikh Baaqir al-Nimr, Australians have come out onto the streets of Sydney to express their anger. For them, the protest is a symbol of standing by justice and truth and showing the world the human rights violations committed by Saudi Arabia. Fatima Wehbi, Press TV, Sydney.